Whatever wretched foul-lizard thing enjoys the Red Host. Cursed Sotek spawn!
So, are we supposed to consider Sotek to have died? That is how the Slayer oath works.
could this be? What could this be? Maybe let's find out. Are you ready? Are you ready? This is gonna be super scuffed and like there'll be an edited version of everything that happened afterwards, but you know, I figured we could start with this.
Onwards to death! There we go.
I don't know how loud that was. Hello, everyone. Hello. Oh, let's. Okay, so admittedly, over the course of the afternoon and evening, my hair has deflated somewhat, but we're here, man. I've done it. After all the sins I've committed, all the shilling, all of the horrors, all of the missed episodes of Lorebeards, all of the delayed everything's the Queek video. After it all, I couldn't take it anymore. And I have taken the Slayer oath. Long live Lore Master of Sotek. He has died. Long live Lore Master of Sotek. But we're here. Oh, it actually turned out pretty good. It's a little deflated from earlier today. It takes a substantial amount of effort to get that to stand up the way it does. I had to order a pretty significant amount of product that'll be here tomorrow. I am not putting bear fat in my hair. That is not happening.
He's red crested.
That is, we are staying reasonable with this shit. But for those that want to see like the whole thing that went down, I have sent Pocono, our wonderful, lovely, poor, abused editor. I've sent him a significant amount of footage from the incident, but it doesn't actually look too bad. And the thing that's actually crazy about it is how much hair there actually still is on my head. Like when it deflates and it all like comes down, it's a crazy amount of hair. Yeah, it doesn't actually look as bad as I feared it would. It's how much to keep it this way. $5 million. There we go. But worry not, I shall find some way, somehow, to fulfill my oath. And when I do so, life will return to normal. But that will take time. Such things take time. But it turned out pretty well. I'm not exactly sure how long it'll quote-unquote last. But we will play it by ear. I am intending to have it mostly the same, or something fairly close to this, going up to Offkai, which should be a good time. And I'm kind of intending there. I have to check a couple of little things, but I am intending to maybe turn this into a full-on Gotrek Gurnison cosplay. So like getting an eye patch, and the tattoos are a bit tricky, but there are ways to do it. So we're looking into some options, but I wanted to go ahead and get all the hair stuff out of the way because it's by far the most expensive and most ridiculous. Because maintaining it for at least the next month should be really, really simple, because all we basically have to do is just keep the sides shaved. And that's really it. I'm I'm really, really pleased with how the color turned out. I originally thought we were gonna go with a brighter color, but I sat down with oh my gosh, I'm having like such a brain fart because I'm trying to talk and do this at the same time. Also, for those of you that are like, oh, he's not wearing his headphones, he can't hear anything. Correct. I cannot hear anything. Allie, that's right. Allie did a wonderful fucking job. I will be posting up like the place that did this, just in case if anyone happens to be in the Texas area and they want to go to a place that's fucking super kick-ass. And it was a lot cheaper than I thought it was going to be, which was great because I had budgeted a very high, I mean, I still paid very, very generously, but I gave a pretty significant tip. But I was it took about 2.5-3 hours, give or take, to do the whole thing. And I'm gonna do AOS or Fantasy Go Trek. Fantasy? What kind of question is that? Why would I do AOS Go Trek? I'm gonna do Fantasy Go Trek. I mean, they're practically the same. The biggest difference is AOS Go Trek doesn't wear the eye patch, and his axe is not as iconic. Hi Aya, but yeah, it turned out really well. Turns out my listen, I don't necessarily have a lot of good things, but I have great hair. I can say that with incredible confidence now, after having a bunch of hairstylists working on it. I can officially confirm that I do have the good hair, which is great. That is good. It's my beard's not nearly as good as my head hair is, but I would rather have good head hair than beard hair if I had to pick. But yeah, should be a good time. Permanent tattoos over my dead fucking body. Over my dead body. But I'm really pleased how it turned out. And once again, this couldn't have happened without all of you guys. You gotta get your beard braided. I asked about it. It could work. My beard hair is very frazzly. It's very like curly. So it's not super easy to braid, but it might be possible to braid. So we're kind of, I have to find someone that actually knows how to do beard braiding though. The people I was talking to, they were like, we've never done that. But should be super duper good. Should be super fun. Beard extensions, listen, I have some pride, okay? I mean, if I do end up going the full Go Trek route, I might look into something like beard extensions to like fully do the outfit, but that's a problem for later Sotek. That's not today's Sotek problem. But yeah, so I thank you all again. For those that don't know, this was kind of one of the ultimate super rewards for the donathon, subathon, whatever you want to call it, that we did a few weeks back. And this was the 10K reward, and y'all hit it. So here you go. Like I said, I got the product so that I'll be able to stand it up on a regular basis, though it does take a good, it takes at least 30 to 45 minutes at least to get it to like stand up proper. But yeah, I'm super duper pleased with how it turned out. I thought I had figured out a problem or a solution to the headphones problem. Turned out the solution that I thought I had found was wrong. So I will be going out tomorrow to buy some headphones that I can wear when I'm in Mohawk mode. I don't know what time my stuff is going to arrive tomorrow, but like tomorrow, by the time Lorebeards hits, I should have received my stuff to like fix it. But I do obviously need to get headphones so I can do Lorebeards tomorrow. Why not just use earbuds? Well, so my PC can't receive Bluetooth right now. It can only receive other stuff. So I'll just go get some like wireless earphones. It's not a big deal. I'm not gonna get like super crazy ones, because when I'm not in Mohawk mode, or when I'm like later in the day, it's not a big deal to I could just put my headphones on it and it'll be fine. I did say hi to Aya. But yeah, this is good. What's the topic for tomorrow? I don't know. I should probably look. I don't know if we I don't know if we scheduled something for tomorrow. What are we doing tomorrow? Do you remember what we're doing for Lorebeards tomorrow? Because I sure don't. And hey, this actually makes me feel not as bad that we had to delay the Dwarden stream again, because now I look the part, which is pretty cool. But yeah, it does not look nearly as bad as I thought it was going to. Oh yeah, we know we definitely do not have anything on the schedule for tomorrow. We'll have to figure that out. But do you want to do the Dwarden stream tomorrow? We could do the Dwarden stream tomorrow. I mean, we don't have to do that on a Sunday. We could do that tomorrow. I wouldn't have any issues with that. But sure, that works. Okay, cool. So we'll just do the Dwarden stream tomorrow. Easy peasy. But yeah, there's that. Speaking of upcoming streams, let me know if you need a Dark Heresy key. Oh, I would love a Dark Heresy key. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. I'd say yes to that. But yeah, super exciting stuff. Like I said, I'm pleased as a peach with how it turned out. I thought it was gonna be way worse looking, but everyone that I've bumped into is like, huh, that actually like looks surprisingly good. And I was like, I know, right? Okay, cool. So we are going to do Dwarden tomorrow. All right, so we will be doing our stream. We will be discussing the Dwarden of Age of Sigmar tomorrow on Lorebeards, which will be a really good time. You can do earbuds. Well, I have earbuds, but I'd have to buy, like, I already have a stupid Wi-Fi dongle in the PC, but it doesn't seem to work with Bluetooth. So then I'd have to go get a Bluetooth dongle, which is like, I don't want to do that. I mean, I could do that, but I don't want to do that. But I could do it, but I don't want to. So I don't know. I'll just go over there. I'm gonna go over to Best Buy or whatever the fuck tomorrow, and I'll figure it out. Like I said, I will be doing some call outs to them notably later, but I do want to say in particular, I do want to go ahead and call out that oh yeah, I have to go to the doctor on Wednesday. That's gonna be interesting. So the joint that did this, if anyone is ever wanting, like, they do really cool crazy stuff. I mean, they can do normal haircut stuff too, but they specialize. But the place I went to is in Denton, Texas, and it's a place called Neon Seance Salon. Very fun place. The people there are super duper nice. They are incredibly nice people. It was interesting getting it done. It's the first time I've ever had my hair dyed, and it started off fine, and then when they were doing my hair, they were like really putting it on thick. My scalp like kind of started burning a little bit, and I was like, I can't tell if this is like, oh yeah, that's gonna happen type of burning, or if that's gonna be, or if this is like, oh no, that's alarming type of burning. Like, it wasn't like, oh my god, that's so hot. It was kind of like, if you've ever like gone outside when it's really cold and like the wind is blowing, and it like that cold wind is like blowing against your bare skin, and it's kind of like ooh, that kind of like it stings for like kind of a second, but it's not that intense. Like you can easily ignore it. It was kind of that level, and I was like, it hurts it's kind of a burn, but it's not like super painful. Like I'm not getting teary-eyed, or it's not really bothering me. It's really easy for me to just ignore it. And they're like, all right, we'll keep an eye on it, but like, let's keep going. The beard, they were more worried about the skin around my beard, because the skin on your bottom half of your face is like thinner and stuff. But that was no problem at all. The only problem I had with my beard was that as they were putting everything on my beard and my mustache, oh my dear lord, the smell of the chemicals, like even when I wasn't breathing, because it's like just right there, it just goes straight in my nose, and it's just like, whoo. Like, holy shit. Like could almost feel my fucking like nose hairs being singed, and my like if I had my eyes open they'd sting, so I was just in there like, oh. But got through that relatively quick, and that wasn't bad. So like I give it like a, but it was totally fine. Like it was like an easy 10 out of 10 experience. I would happily do it again. I don't intend to do it again. This is not a hairstyle that I think I would normally use. I tend to be a very calm, boring type of person. Yeah, we did have some discussions about the nature of why I was there, which was, you know, it was fun to talk about it. I try to keep, when I talk about work, I try to keep it a little vague, just because you don't want to, when you're talking about like streaming and all this other stuff, you don't want to get too into the weeds, for just various reasons. But we did talk a fair bit about it. But when we were talking, they specifically asked, they were like, hey, are you cool if we like use any of this for like our own online promotion? I was like, oh, absolutely. And I was like, in fact, if y'all want, like, I would be super happy to shout y'all out and just say like what an amazing job y'all did and all that stuff. And they were like, oh, we'd love that. So that's why I talked about it. You look good with shaved sides, you should keep it. I mean, I don't know. We'll see how I'm feeling in like a few weeks. Right now, it definitely is a very weird feeling. I don't hate it, but it's definitely very peculiar. It does feel nice feeling like my fan on like the side of my head, though. That's nice. But yes, so it is happened. What are the Firehouse subs people gonna say? I don't know, man. I'll probably see them tomorrow for lunch. I'll probably see them tomorrow for lunch, and they're gonna be like, oh, it's gonna be interesting. Yeah, we had a bit of a funny conversation about there's this lovely older woman who lives across the street from me, who she's kind of, you know, she lives alone. She's kind of at that age where she can't really put out her trash cans herself anymore. So I do it for her, and it's not a big deal. I'm happy to do it, but my parents called and warned her. They were like, hey, like if you see a guy with like a giant red mohawk, just know it's Ryan. It's not like some random dude like creeping up on your house and getting into your trash, because she can't see very well. Like her vision's not that good anymore. And it's like, oh yeah, that makes sense. I don't want to get like shot by some little lady who thinks that I'm like a vandal or something. But yeah, so this is the full thing. I think it turned out super duper well. Like I said, right now it's a fair bit, it's a little bit deflated compared to what it was earlier today. Here, I can actually, I'll pull up some pictures that y'all can look at that were like right when it happened. So hold on, let me close that. So here we go. I'll summon myself over here. So this is what it looked like fresh. So this was like right when it finished. So like you can see the front is, well, it's kind of, the product has sort of worn off a bit. It's not able to hold itself up anymore today. But this is what it looks like when you are freshly applied. But I'd say, you know, it's not a bad. It's not a bad look.
X100, Master of Innovation playthrough.
It almost looks fake, which is so funny to me. It almost looks like I've had like this look stapled onto my head. Here's a pretty cool shot. So this is Allie, the girl, the lovely lady that did it. I think taking some pictures from the studio. But yeah, it turned out super duper well. I am, once again, I'm incredibly pleased. How long do I intend on keeping it? Pretty much as long as it like looks normalish. So I will probably keep it for probably about a month and a half. And then like I'm just gonna let it kind of do whatever it's gonna do for probably the next month. When I get back from Offkai, that's probably when I'll reconsider what I want to do with it. Gingy, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you, Gingy. I appreciate the raid. Thank you. I hope y'all are doing well. I hope y'all had fun building your gunpla. Keep it forever, you coward. No, I will not be a Slayer forever. I have to leave this path one day. But yeah, I'll keep it probably for at least a month. Like I'll probably keep trying to keep the sides rather shaved. I think I might go see, like, maybe in like 1 or 2 weeks I might go to an actual barber to get it shaved. Because I didn't get it like actually shaved here. I got it like trimmed so close it might as well been a shave, but they technically don't have a barber license, so they're not allowed, they can't use like the barber blade. But I might go see like a legit barber in like 2 or so weeks to get it all kind of cleaned up, to get it ready for Offkai. Because I think I'll probably keep running this look at Offkai. Something akin to it. I don't think I don't know if I'll stand it up for every day, but I'll stand it up for at least the first day. That's not how the oath works. I don't care. I don't actually live in the Warhammer world, so you know, let's let's stay on track here. Hi, Nanomancer. Hope you're doing well. So I'll be but there will be some pictures coming out on social media, and like I said, the whole thing, I'll work with Fokino that will make it into a little short film type stupid thing where you can watch the whole thing. I'm just, I don't know anything about barber. Well, barbers will use an actual barber's blade, which is a razor. So it's like a really sharp knife, kind of, that they use to like do a really close shave to your skin. But most of the time, if you're not breaking the law, technically a barber has to be certified as a barber, because if they don't know what they're doing, it's really easy for them to cut you. You better do Ungrim campaign with a mohawk. Yeah, we could definitely do a dwarf campaign. We're doing Path to Glory signups this week. Oh yeah, that's true. We are doing yeah, it's just Razor, yeah. We are doing for anyone that is interested, we have started or are about to start the new Path to Glory League season 3. Genji, have a good night. Thanks so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. So we are about to start season 3. Anybody is welcome. It does not matter if you have it does not matter if you are brand new to AOS and you've never played it, or if you're a veteran or whatever it may be. Anybody and everyone's welcome. There is also going to be some prizes at the end. So if you want to participate extra, we're gonna have a prize at the end of the season for the person that's voted by all of the other players within the season to have written the best lore for their faction and about their matches and all that stuff. And then we're gonna have another prize for the person that is voted by all the other players to have been the most fun person to play against. So either because like you have a really fun thematic army, or you're just like a really, really pleasant opponent and people had a really good time. Whoever gets either way, if you win either of those prizes, you get a $50 voucher for Games Workshop's website, so you can buy yourself some minis or paints or whatever. So there is that. An oath is an oath. Technically, the way that I came about this oath would also not be lore accurate, because it was a bribe. I was bribed into taking this oath, which isn't actually a valid reason to take the Slayer oath. It was, if anything, the reason I have become a Slayer is even more shill mastery than the reason I will cease to be a Slayer at some point. You should do a narrative Ungrim Malachi campaign. Yeah, I'm down for that. That'll be fun. I do want to finish the Bashiva campaign and do a Warriors of Chaos campaign with Kolek first. Because we're, like I said, we're going to be rocking this hairstyle for a bit. You are ashamed of having taken bribes? Sure. Sure, yeah, we can run with that, totally. But yeah, I hope this was fun. I know it's not super often that you get to run into a Warhammer Fantasy or A Warhammer Fantasy streamer in general. B, one that genuinely does this absolutely ridiculous hairstyle. Though in person it doesn't actually look as bad as I thought it would. Because when we were actually having a discussion about it, one of the things that we kept going back and forth on was like how wide it should be, because some of the Slayers, the crest they have is actually more narrow, but the hair is really long and thick, which is really, really difficult to pull off on a person. So we kind of had some back and forthing about it of like, well, maybe we should make it a little bit wider so that it looks a little more appropriately sized to my head, and also like actually gives us enough hair to do a wider crest. That way it's able to hold a shape, because if you do too thin of a crest, then it can't hold itself up without you like spiking it, basically, which you can. There's a lot of different types of Slayer crest. Obviously this is much more heavily inspired by like the classic Slayer crest from like the 1980s and like Go Trek and all that other stuff. But you know, there's like all sorts of bizarre ones that have been made since then, like the ones you see for the Doom Seekers, or the one you see on like Garagrim Iron Fist, and all that other stuff. But yeah, so I just kind of wanted to come on and show it off. Like I said, I'll be posting pictures in various places, and we'll have like a little video of it up of it soon, and all this other nonsense. But if you have any questions or concerns, then you know those can be addressed. I am fairly pooped. I am relatively tired, because it has been a really long day. Like it has been a super duper long day. It did take a good like 2.5 to 3 hours of just like constant talking and like checking and all this other nonsense. But like I said, I do intend on doing some more stuff with it as we go. This is hopefully only the start of what I hope to do is a more dwarf cosplay type thing, because I've never really done a cosplay particularly out in public. So it would be nice to maybe do one for Offkind, have fun with it. Yeah, like I want to get some like fake gold stuff. That would be nice. I'm wondering if it's possible to get like, so GoTrek has a really notable piece where I think he has if memory serves, he has a gold nose ring that is attached by a gold chain to an earring that he has, and I'm pretty sure I can try and replicate that from like using some fake ones. It would just be, can I find some fake ones that are like comfortable to have on that don't like feel like they're stabbing me? Would be the hat trick that we need to pull off. The eye patch is easy. Like the eye patch is super duper easy. That's barely an inconvenience. But yeah, so tomorrow will be the fun experiment where I will be getting the product that I need in order to keep the hairstyle from day to day. And it's going to be an interesting experiment to see if I can replicate it properly, because like I said, you basically have to put like a bunch of gel in it that dries it out, and then you basically have to like use you have to use like a fairly good sized flat comb to just kind of keep pulling it up and folding it over itself, while also ideally using a hair dryer on high heat to keep it going up and up and up and up. And then once you kind of got it set into place, you then want to use room temperature or cold air from a hair dryer, while keeping it into form to let it settle, and then you use like hairspray to sort of lock it into place. And like that's the like overall scheme. But who boy, we'll see. Have you talked about your in-lore reason for taking your Slayer oath? Technically, the in-lore reason would be it's none of your goddamn business. if I was going to be bluntly honest, if I was doing true lore accuracy, the Slayer answer would be ain't none of your goddamn business. But if you want to speculate, there are so many things to speculate from. Is it because I allowed myself to be bribed to do all sorts of things? Is it because I was either ill or had conflicts or overslept Lorebeard streams? Is it because he hasn't released a Quick Head Taker video that was promised like 7 years ago or whatever the fuck it was? What could it be? Dealer's choice. But yeah, do I still have the sumo outfit from the Nakai stream? No, I'm pretty sure I threw that out. And that wasn't from the Nakai stream. That was from the Grease's Goldtooth Valentine's Day stream. But I threw it out because Sadie, my dog Sadie, fucking hated that thing. She hated it. Like to the point where if I was wearing it, she would just hover around the outside of the room, like growling and getting like really stressed out. And I was like, okay, we can't do this. That was a no-go. But she had no problem with this. Like I came home and Sadie was super happy to see me, and she was not bothered at all in the slightest, which I was really relieved about, because I was genuinely worried. I was genuinely worried that she was not going to be okay with it. Is there anyone in dwarf culture that is responsible for keeping records of who takes the oath and why? Not necessarily the why, but the priests of Grimnir, also sometimes known as the Brotherhood of Grimnir, they are responsible for keeping track of slayers. Oh, let me go through all of like the super chats and everything that come in. Where's X-Working Mitch? Thank you for the super chat. Theoretical duel of executioners, Bragg the Gutsman versus Talaris Dreadbringer. Her. I mean, Talaris Dreadbringer is a much more gifted combatant. However, Bragg the Gutsman is an absolute monster, and he's huge. All things considered, my money would probably be on Talaris. I think Talaris would have the advantage due to his incredible speed, superior skill, and the fact that he is such an expert at wielding a Hargoneth Executioner Dyrek, or Dyrek, that he specializes in decapitations, which would work incredibly well against Bragg because of the weapon that he wields. He's one of the strongest elves that you're going to potentially go up against. So yeah, I think Talaris would have that pretty decently. He would just have to be super fucking careful, because if Bragg got one good clean hit on him with his weapon, that's game over. Like, Talaris is super fucking dead. Scion, you should thank you for the super chat. You should do an Ungrim or Malachi campaign. I agree. We will do that at some point in the near future. Dan with the plan. Sotek, you look good with shady chives. You should keep it. Thank you. I really do appreciate all the compliments. A lot of people have been very, very nice and complimentary about the hairstyle. And I do appreciate the kind words on that. Necroplayer, rest in peace, Lore Master of Sotek. Long live the Lore Slayer of Grimnir. Maybe that should be the temporary name change for a while. Scion, you're welcome, by the way. Thank you, Scion. Kirk Obrak, Lore Master Grimnir, thank you very much. Super Arlock, thank you for the 7 months of membership. He is red crested. Yeah, if anything, this is just me fulfilling the prophet of Sotek as close as I'll ever be able to. This is the closest I will ever truly be to being a red crested skink. Necroplayer, thank you for the super chat. Kazukan, Kazukit, ha! Kazook, Kazook, Kazook. Thank you. Really appreciate the support, everyone. But anyway, yeah. So, like I said, I'm actually fucking knackered. So I'm gonna go to bed. Part of me was like, oh, I could maybe play some video games. But like, the longer I sit here, the more I'm like, oh, my eyes are like tired. My brain is like buzzing slightly. So I am gonna be calling an early night. We're gonna be streaming tomorrow. I'm hoping to be up at an earlier hour so that we can play some Total War Warhammer in the morning. I probably will not have my Slayer crest in the morning because I don't think the stuff that allows me to do all of this will have arrived by then. But hopefully it'll arrive relatively quick. But thank you all very, very much for coming to hang out and all that jazz. Like I said, I'm not going to overstay my welcome here. But do anticipate seeing more of this in the days to come, as we're doing all sorts of fun stuff. And I hope you all are having a absolutely lovely time, and you are staying safe out there, taking care of yourselves, and living life to the fullest. And I will see you all soon. Please take care. Thank you so much for watching, and Kazook. Good night.